Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market. I'll be your host for today's live stream, as well as every live stream on the channel. Of course, my name is Connor. Welcome back, everyone. Be sure to smash up the like button. We got a ton to cover today, even though the market is extremely boring with very low volatility on the majors like Bitcoin. There is volatility to the downside on some Solana coins, especially the infrastructure projects like Raydium. A lot of infighting happening in the Solana ecosystem right now. The House of Cards is caving in, and let's discuss everything that's going on. Hope everyone's doing amazing. Let's get into the show today. Alrighty. So taking a look at the overall market, at this current moment in time, sticks out like a sore thumb in the trending tab over here. Raydium is down 23.5% just in the past few hours. What happened? What caused this big drop in price? Go check out the Raydium token, the Ray token. This is the weekly price chart, and the weekly candle just opened around, 2 hours ago or so? And we are already seeing it down 23%. Well, what caused this drop? Of course, Pump Fund decided that they want to launch their in-house automated market maker, essentially their own decentralized exchange, potentially replacing Raydium as their party provider. So if you guys don't know how Pump Fund works, the token launches on Pump Fund, and once it hits a specific market cap, it bonds automatically to Raydium. Now Pump Fund's like, why do we need Raydium? Let's just launch our own automated market maker. They can just copy and paste the code essentially, which is going to make Raydium obsolete. So yeah, the House of Cards continues to cave in the Solana ecosystem, and Pump Fund really is just at the center of it all, causing so much havoc and essentially just really kind of destroying the entire ecosystem from eating itself alive. So yeah, Raydium broke through this weekly range, and it is currently in this weekly demand zone, as we can see, but the trend is currently down. And of course, the trend is your friend, and being that it's a downtrend, I wouldn't try and fight it. Of course, there could be short squeezes along the way. There very likely will be, but this thing looks toast. It's been propped up because it's the main meme coin trading infrastructure on Solana. And of course, recently with Kelsier Ventures complicit in the Libra token scam launch, as well as all the other scam launches on Solana, everything's just caving in. The House of Cards is completely exposed, and the tide has went out to sea and just exposed it all. So yeah, I mean, look at this chart, completely overextended from the bottom in October of 2023, from 16 cents all the way up to $8. That is a gain of 52x. Well, what goes up must come down, and being that the whole thing is imploding, I personally, I would stay far away from this thing unless you are looking for shorts. But of course, look out for the squeezes. Anyways, we'll get back into the TA in the market. That's just the news on what's happening in the current moment in time. Let's touch up and finish off our crypto market overview. Currently, Bitcoin, again, very low volatility right now, 95.7K for Bitcoin, and Ethereum is trading for $2,740 approximately at the current moment in time. So ETH has done better than BTC essentially on the week, up 2.6%, but very little volatility. Solana taking a hit because, again, the entire ecosystem, House of Cards, is falling and just crumbling. So Solana now likely to make its way into the daily demand level, which comes in just below current price at $158, down to around $147. But as I have been saying, the range low down here, sub $130, is definitely going to act as a magnet in my opinion, because yeah, it's been propped up by complete scams, and now that all the scams have dried up, there's nothing to prop it up anymore. Solana has been the biggest onboarder of retail this cycle, of course, because you have all the big crypto Twitter people, all the big influencers, all the people with the most eyes on them, all essentially pushing people to go into Solana. And little did we know that many of them were connected to Kelsier, and they're all making guides on how to trade meme coins and what to look out for, and reasons you should buy a token. Well, it turns out they were just being fed the tokens to buy to make them look like great traders. Again, House of Cards caving in, Solana The Trump launch over here on the 20th of January marked a very, very obvious top over here. And currently it is just purging itself as the bad actors have been exposed. So anyways, that's a little recap on some of the majors there. Most of the Solana ecosystem news, a lot more to cover anyway. But the market in general is very slow right now. Taking a look at the crypto bubbles, top 100 on the day. Raydium, the big one that sticks out again, it's currently down 25% essentially now. And you do have some green with the Sonic or Phantom blockchain up 8%. And the Pi network, which I'm pretty sure is a Ponzi scheme, but I don't really know, is up 13% on the day. Other than that, everything is red. So very slow, very boring, very choppy market currently. Before I get into these charts and go over Bitcoin as well as the majors, I do want to go ahead and see what's going on here in our live chat and say what's up to everyone in the crypto empire community. Shout out to Crypto Maniac 925, says he's been waiting all day for this. Well, glad that you stayed patient. And of course, it's a Sunday, so we always do the live stream. Great to have you, though. We got Ghost. What's going on, Ghost? Good to see you. Saying to smash the like button. Absolutely. Smash up that like button, guys. We got Dan Griffiths. What's up, Dan? Doing well. How are you? We got Kane Alcock. He says, Connor, how do we access Atlantis private sale? Love you, by the way. That Twitter guy is a sad excuse. Yeah, that's funny. So yeah, Kane, that is available in the Mastermind right now. It is filling up rather quickly, but there is still some space left. But yeah, that's in the Mastermind currently. Let's see. Hamza, what's up, Hamza? He says, what date of alt season? Last time you didn't react, brother. When date of alt season? That is, nobody has that exact date. So we'll talk about that in the stream. We can speculate on when that will happen, but nobody has an exact date to give you, Hamza. Ghost says that the Bollinger Bands are crazy compressed. Big move is coming. Every indicator you look at is essentially showing that a big volatility move is coming. One obvious chart to look at would be the BVOL, which is the Bitcoin Historical Volatility Index. And this is very comparable to the VIX for the S&P 500. The VIX is the volatility index for the stock market. And essentially, when this goes down, it means that volatility is heavily drying up. And after periods of low volatility come periods of high volatility. So with this essentially sinking off of a cliff currently, it's signaling that volatility is really drying up heavily, right? It's very barren at the moment. There's very little price action, very little movement in general. So every time this drops, essentially, it foreshadows a major volatility event upcoming. So yeah, whether you're looking at Bollinger Bands, whatever indicator, BVOL, everything is showing that big volatility is coming. And which direction, of course, that is up to interpretation and speculation, but I'll go over what I'm thinking in a little bit. I just want to continue to address our live chat for the current moment in time. Shout out to Glasshopper77. What's going on? He says he's been waiting all day for this one as well. Love to hear that, guys. Really happy to hear that you enjoy the live streams and you look forward to them. I appreciate all of your support. If you haven't already, guys, smash up the like button. Likes go a really long way here. They help me out a ton. They help grow the channel, get it in front of more people. So please smash up that like button for your boy. Thank you very much. We got Eric Royston. What's going on, Eric? We got Blake D. Hart. What's going on, Blake? He says, what do you think about Solana Social Explorer? I'm not too sure about that. Must be a new project. But in general, right now, everything on Solana, I have no interest in buying, supporting, talking about any Solana project. They are all, I mean, especially the big ones, it appears that they're all tied to Kelsier. And it was all just big marketing, just total fugazi. So yeah, I don't have any thoughts about Solana Social Explorer. I assume it's a new project, but yeah, I mean, I would stay away from it. Anything on Solana right now just is not looking great. Anyways, Crypto Healy says Sol next stop 120. Yep, that is the range, the previous range low, I should say, all the way down here at $120. You can see marked out. And that is a very obvious support level and a very important key level for price to react from. So likely is going to make its way down there. Again, it's in a downtrend. It just broke through a major support level. So it looks quite bearish. Shout out to Rigoberto Chavez Jr., my man Rigo. Always great to have you here in the live streams. I mean, we're going on, what, 4 years of you being in pretty much all of the streams, Rigoberto. So thank you for your continued support throughout the years now. And we got D'Angelo. He says, the legend. What's going on, D'Angelo? Grotto Easy. What's up, Grotto? We got Warthog Thunderbolt, another name that looks very familiar. Haven't seen you in a while, Warthog. But great to have you here in the live chat. He says, why is T-Fuel up? No idea what the news around T-Fuel is. Theta Fuel. Haven't heard about this one since 2021, really. And on the daily, it is pumping. Really no idea what's going on with the token. Haven't checked up on the Theta blockchain in a long time either, so I can't really answer that question. It looks like Theta is not doing anything at the current moment in time. But yeah, not sure why T-Fuel is pumping right now. Salvador says, can we expect a 125 SOL in the near future? It certainly appears that way right now. Trend is down. Shout out to Angel. We got Manuel. What's up, Manuel? Talking about Snow. Never heard of Snow. Collab with Snoop Dogg probably means you should stay away from it. And we got Scott all the way from Sydney. Joey Joe, he says, yeah, I hate Solana this entire cycle. It pissed me off. Garbage. It is. You're absolutely right, Joey Joe. Complete garbage. And let's see. We got ZZ Zen. He says, isn't a lot of the Solana drop due to the increase in unlocks incoming? Yes, that's definitely contributing to it. I have a tweet open here from this dude, Crazino.eth. He says, a significant Solana unlock is set for the 25th of February. That's going to be on Tuesday of this week, releasing 1.1 Solana into circulation. This is part of a series of scheduled unlocks. February 23rd, it's already been unlocked, essentially 1.9 million Solana, and then the 28th, 7.8 million. These unlocks follow vesting schedules linked to past allocations, including the FTX bankruptcy sales. While the timing may vary slightly due to network epochs, these are the most up-to-date figures as tracked by platforms like Solana Compass. He says, now you know why Solana is struggling to stay above 200. The increased supply from these unlocks is putting sell pressure, yada, yada, yada. So yeah, definitely a catalyst to contribute to the bearish price action on Solana, on top of just the entire ecosystem essentially confirming to be one big insider collusion scheme to extract as much money as possible from the retail market participants. And here's a joke, a funny joke. At least I thought it was pretty funny, because I call Solana a Fed chain, a CIA plant all the time, as well as many of like the big influencers there. So this is a pretty funny joke. An article from the New York Times saying the CIA plans the largest mass firing in nearly 50 years. And this guy, Zach, he says, crypto Twitter is going to feel really empty soon. Get it? Because they're plants. We have all just been lied to, essentially. All your Anon people you follow with the Remilio baby profile picture on Twitter, you don't know who's on the other side of that. And now we know that Kelsier, Jupiter, Meteora, Raydium's in there as well. All the biggest infrastructure on Solana. It was just colluding to launch scam after scam after scam. So yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see if the crypto Twitter anonymous people start to dry up with the CIA firing the biggest one in 50 years. Bit of a joke, but yeah, look, there's some truth. There's some dark truth to this. And Solana's just, it's a plant. It's a CIA, it's a Fed operation, in my opinion. We'll see what happens. And yeah, that's my take on it. Of course, I'm speculating. I have no proof of that, but if we just connect some dots, put some puzzle pieces together, it's really not that hidden, you can say. It's kind of obvious, right? So anyways, Ocean Henry says he just woke up. Do I get out of Ray? Well, Raydium, like I already discussed, went up 52x from the bottom in October 2023. 52x, okay? That's a large multiple. And now we know again that pump fund's going to essentially replace Raydium. The only reason Raydium went so high was because of pump fund and the users it attracted and the bonding to the Raydium deck. So yeah, this thing is cooked. This thing is cooked. I mean, I wouldn't want to be a holder of it right now. Of course, I can't tell you what to do, being that I don't give financial advice, but I would certainly not want to be a holder of Raydium at the current moment in time. Anyways, we got a question from Kane Alcock. Kane says, thoughts on the Monad blockchain? So yeah, I'm pretty optimistic about Monad, actually. Again, new, fast, next generation layer 1 chain, EVM compatible. It's already live on testnet. If you have a Phantom wallet, you can enable the testnet on Monad. It's actually pronounced Monad, but I'm going to call it Monad anyway, just because that's how, when my eyes look at that word, that's how I think to pronounce it. But maybe they will get upset because I don't pronounce it right. But to me, I'm going to call it Monad, not Monad. But anyways, that's irrelevant. Anyways, yeah, it's also an American blockchain, American crypto company. I'm optimistic about it. I think there's going to be good plays on it. I think there's going to be opportunities on it. There's going to be a lot of hype around the launch. So we'll see what happens in regards to all of that hype. But yeah, I'm pretty optimistic about Monad. And I'm looking forward to it personally. It's basically the biggest like blockchain launch that's been anticipated since like 2022, 2023 from the bottom of the bear market. Right, this has been in anticipation for years, and there's a good chance it's going to launch in Q2 of this year. So I'll be making more. I'll make a specific video about my thoughts about the Monad blockchain itself and reasons why I'm optimistic, why I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, I think it will. I don't know about the Monad token price itself, right? I think they're going to do a pretty big airdrop. I think a lot of people are going to be disappointed because a lot of people have been farming the Monad airdrop for years through being active in the Discord, because in 2023 or 2024, they essentially hinted that if you were an active community member in the Discord, you would get an airdrop. A lot of people, spent a lot of time being active in that community, but now that the testnet is live, it's likely that if you're a testnet user, you can receive the airdrop. And so anyways, I think that's why some people are upset now. And not necessarily looking forward to the launch because they did all these crazy airdrop operations and they're probably going to be left out. But in reality, all they did was like talk in the Discord and not really contribute any value whatsoever. So yeah, that's probably why some people aren't looking forward to the launch. Maybe they've changed their stance on it recently. At least that's my interpretation of the situation. But yeah, I'll be making more content about Monad going forward. All right, let's go over Bitcoin right now. Now that we went ahead and we've addressed the live chat, I can see some more questions rolling in. We'll get into those in a little bit, but let's cover the market right now and everything else going on. So here's the Bitcoin price chart. Look at the weekly time frame chart. Past 2 weeks here. The past 2 weeks have been radio static, completely silent. Here's the February 10th candle. February 17th candle, and then this weekly candle just opened up a few hours ago. The volatility has completely died down, right? We already showed the B-vol this stream. It's going down, and that is a signal that volatility is going to start to pick up sometime soon. Now, which direction? What can we expect? Again, Bitcoin is the only major price chart that has not grabbed its key liquidity lower. The key liquidity level on Bitcoin is $89,000 down here. The previous swing low at 89K. Go look at any other chart. Others went ahead and it grabbed sub 220 bill, right? Total 3 spiked down and it grabbed 750 bill. Total 2 grabbed $1 billion on the dot, right? The total spiked down and grabbed 2.8 trillion. Tether dominance spiked up to almost 5%. Bitcoin dominance spiked up to 64.3%. ETH spiked down to $2,100. The huge key level was over here at 2,500. It totally, just spiked down, cascade liquidation to 2,100, grabbed a key level. The only chart that has not grabbed its key level lower is Bitcoin, which is why I have somewhat of a bearish stance right now, because I mean, I would not be surprised whatsoever to see it go down and grab this liquidity in this demand zone at 89K. It just makes perfect sense. Now, of course, it can leave it and it can decide to pump if it wants to instead. And in order for essentially us to flip bullish here, we would need to see a reclaim of the previous swing high. And in my opinion, that's over here from late January. And that's, you know, some people are going to say 102K. Yes, this is a swing high for sure. All right, that's definitely a first order of business, right? Get back above 100K, this level at 102K. You have resistance up here as well as 106K. All right, so if we do see a move into here, we can't get overly excited like crypto Twitter always does. Oh, we're pumping, we're breaking out. A pump up here to 102K, or if it makes its way up to 106K, it would be directly into very strong resistance at a time where essentially things are pretty weak. So yeah, I mean, that could lead to the move to 89K if that happens, right? I mean, I'm just overly kind of, I don't want to say cautious, but I do somewhat expect 89K to be grabbed on Bitcoin because, again, it's the only major chart with the key level lower that hasn't been grabbed just yet. And this is a strong reversal level. You guys have to understand how important 89K is. If we end up closing below 89,000 bucks with a daily, or if a weekly candle close, we're going to 73. So we do not want to see any higher time frame closures below $89,000, right? That's kind of like the saving grace right now for this cycle. We close below 89K, it gets the door is open for it to get super ugly super quick. Now look, Bitcoin, if it was to go to 73, it would probably be a very flash crash reversal. That would be a crazy opportunity. But that's only going to happen, in my opinion, if we end up closing below 89. Put your alerts at 89K on Bitcoin, all right? Can't make it any more clear. This is a very powerful higher time frame reversal level. It's likely to lead to a bullish reversal, but if things are worse than they appear and we end up closing below, yeah, it does open the door for 73. But that door is still closed right now. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on from Bitcoin because, again, look at the weekly price chart on the past 2 weeks. Literal radio static, complete silence, nothing has happened. Let's go look at USDT dominance, Tether dominance right now. This is probably, if not the most important chart, one of the most important charts, one of the most important majors to keep a very close eye on. And looking at the weekly time frame for Tether dominance, it is still yet to close above 4.61%, which is the previous swing high here. All right, range high as well. You can see it's just flirting with the level. Okay, it's really hovering, consolidating directly underneath this resistance. Again, this is an inverse correlation chart. So if this ends up breaking out, like it did over here at the start of February, that's going to lead to a crash in the market again. Now, to the contrary, if it ends up rolling over, it's going to lead to a pump in the market. Again, just like when we saw the drop over here after the election to 3.8%, we had essentially a bit of an altcoin season, a very segmented altcoin season. That's when you saw coins like Peanut the Squirrel and Chill Guy and all the other scams on Solana pump, right, when this move happened. So the altcoin season we wanted for the utility altcoins essentially went to the meme coins. And then over here on this move down after Thanksgiving, or into New Year's, I should say, right, this was the second AI agent kind of pump leading to that local top on virtuals at $5. And then when it reversed, right, and it spiked up, that's when we saw Bitcoin or altcoins get completely smoked and Bitcoin go down to the low 90s. So inverse correlated chart here, very important chart, and it's in a very undecided mindset right now. It's giving very little indication on which direction it does want to go next. All right, we are range bound, we are at resistance. So if Bitcoin does end up spiking down to 89K, that's going to line up with this spiking up to 5% again, and that's going to lead to lower altcoin prices. Again, on the contrary, if it rejects from the daily 200 EMA, it rejects from this swing high, and it goes down here to around 4.3% or maybe 4.1%, that's going to provide some relief for the altcoins, and we're likely going to see Bitcoin pump up again to 102 or 106K. Altcoins can see some major bounces, some major short squeezes. if this were to happen. But currently we have very, very little indication on how this is going to play out. All right. The higher time frame closures are completely neutral, right? Completely neutral, complete indecision. So we have to play it by ear. We have to see what happens. And essentially the best thing to do is just wait for this to go to a key level. All right. If this thing ends up spiking up, we want to be ready to buy things. If this thing ends up spiking down currently, more likely than not, we can look to short or just stay in spot. Up to you how you want to play it if you're not an active trader. But in general, yeah, right now the best move to make is, in my opinion, to wait and sit on your hands, because you can guess on the direction all you want. You're essentially flipping a coin. It's not an edge. That's gambling. So yeah, that's the Tether dominance right now. Again, Bitcoin dominance. If that's going to spike up, Tether coin dominance, this is also going to spike up, again, leading to likely lower prices. If this is to roll over, of course, that's going to be altcoin season when Bitcoin dominance ends up dropping. Maybe it wants to go for a triple drive, right? You got 1, you got 2. Maybe it wants to go for 3, or maybe it wants to roll over. You can see on the weekly, there's very obvious bearish divergence, but maybe it wants to put in a triple drive and then top. We'll see how it goes. Same thing though, very little indication on how this wants to go. Not a clear picture at all. Neutral closes on the higher time frames, indecision doji candles. You can flip a coin, but I'd rather personally just wait for it to show its hand before adding crazy risk to the market right now. So yeah, very slow period in general, very boring period. And it's all coming at a time where we are seeing the house of cards exposed on Solana. So now that we've covered the majors, before we get into altcoins, let's go ahead and cover some news and current events. Let's see what's going on here in the live chat though first. We got ZZ Zen. He says, yeah, good TA, agreed, up to 102 and down. Cool. Glad that we're on the same page there. Let's see, Cryptomaniac, any word on the upcoming fight? No, not yet, but should have some more details after this upcoming week. I'll be sure to keep you guys updated. All right, guys, so let's see what's going on with our current events. So again, Pump Fund, just going to replace Raydium, make them essentially completely obsolete. Because look, you got Jupiter. Jupiter's an aggregator. The only reason Raydium has had any success is because Pump Fund bonds to Raydium. So yeah, with them making an in-house automated market maker, it makes Raydium obsolete. So another implosion, another mass extraction essentially from the top down on Solana. The top down, literally. Like, you can't make it up. Moving on. So, you guys remember that Bitget hack that happened just 2 days ago? North Korea hacking $1.4 billion. Well, guess what? They are essentially funneling that into Solana meme coin scams. So a tweet from Coin Bureau says ZachXBT is linking Bitget hacks to Solana meme coin scams, exposing a tangled web in the crypto underworld. Are we just scratching the surface here? Yeah, definitely just scratching the surface. Some more on this. So today, Wu Blockchain went ahead and posted that the Bitget exploiter, which is said to be the Lazarus group from North Korea, is laundering money by issuing meme tokens on Pump Fund. Wow. Bitget exploiter wallet here transferred 60 Solana to this address, who then launched a token called, 500,000? Which has traded over 26 million. So North Korea using the stolen money to launch scam meme coins on Solana, and then you have people buying it and them able to continue to extract hundreds of thousands of dollars more. When does it end? It ends when people stop buying this stuff. But obviously, people just love to just get wrecked. So I don't really know what to say at this point in time, but hopefully you guys can resist the temptation to buy a flaming hot ball of garbage, a scam meme coin launched by North Korea. I hope you guys have the brain cells to be able to stay away from something like that. But apparently a lot of people in the crypto world don't, and they can't stay away from that kind of stuff. So anyways, Bitget tweeted today, thanks to this guy here and the Pump Fund team for taking swift action to block and remove a Solana-based token whose creator may be affiliated with hacker groups, ensuring the security of the ecosystem. This is a great example of proactive security in action. So it took a North Korean hacker for Pump Fund to finally put some type of restriction. And here's a response by this dude, Easy. He says, wait a minute. I love Pump Fund as much as the next one. I don't, but he does, he says. But anyways, he says, but it took basically every single extreme in the entire world, from literal crime on live video, rug pulling, scam, collusion, insider trading, and everything worse. Some dude blew his brains out the other day. Like the worst of the worst stuff. But guess what? The line was drawn at North Korean hackers. Crazy, crazy stuff. Yeah, I mean, what comes next now? Like, when does it end? Again, it ends when everyone collectively just stops using it. However, again, why is it in everyone's head? Why is everyone using it? Why is it so popular? It's almost like it was planted there so that everyone uses it. Put our tinfoil hat on a little bit, but come on, just put two and two together and you can see there's a pretty clear pattern. So anyways, moving on now. Beanie's done a really good job exposing the Kelsier venture scam. Anyways, he says it's clear that Kelsier, this is very important, right? This is a big reason why I'm like, even if a project is fundamentally sound on Solana, if they sold out to Kelsier, the token's wrecked, right? It doesn't matter how bullish the project is. I was talking about Griffin and like virtuals yesterday, and somebody comments like, AI agents are the future. Like, I can't believe you're saying this. It doesn't matter. Yes, AI agents are obviously the future, but if the token is tied to Kelsier, it's essentially a mass value extraction scheme. So it's not going to succeed. It doesn't matter how good the fundamentals of the project are. Anyways, let me read this. He says it's clear that Kelsier is deeply intertwined into the Solana ecosystem, and this doesn't mean that any person or organization that has interacted with them is necessarily dirty. This is true, right? Because a lot of people probably thought it would be good for their project to work with Kelsier, and they end up getting shafted. Anyways, let's read on. He says, but Solana ecosystem companies really need to find out what Kelsier exposure, if any, they may have had. And that's very true. Anything tied to Kelsier is likely going to burn like a dumpster fire, because Kelsier is a burning dumpster fire now. Or here's another tweet from Beanie. He says, as it turns out, Hayden Davies, the CEO of Kelsier Ventures, the guy who was complicit in launching the Libra Argentina scam coin with the president of Argentina, as well as the Trump coin, Melania coin, and several other major rugs. So they took over $100 million from the Libra coin. He said he was going to put it back in the chart, and nothing has happened. He hasn't put it back in the chart. So as it turns out, yeah, he's keeping that $100 million. Wow. Surprise, surprise. 100 mil. Not bad. But hey, that karmic debt, you will never be able to get rid of that. So yeah, I mean, I give him my blessings, because with where anyone involved in Kelsier is going, they're going to need it, because they ain't going to a nice place. Let's put it like that. Anyways. So yeah, the Pump Fund, right, taking things down now that North Korean hackers are involved. Moving on now. So yeah, all the big KOLs, key opinion leaders, all the guys doing their meme coin trading live streams with millions of followers like FaZe Banks, all silent, right? Over the past 5-6 days, not a peep from them after their little scam ring got exposed. Surprise, surprise. Complete silence. What's going on? I guess their lawyers told them to shut their mouths because they're screwed. But, I mean, all the evidence is clear as day, and it exists forever on the blockchain. So again, with where they're going, man, I wish them all the best, because they're going to need it. They ain't going to a nice place, both literally and figuratively, right? Even beyond this physical flesh. Anyways, more scams. You guys remember Suzu and Kyle Davies? What's with the last name Davies? You guys remember that dude Kyle Davies from Three Arrows Capital, as well as Suzu, that big crypto hedge fund that went belly up after FTX imploded, and they essentially lost, I think it was billions of dollars that wasn't theirs. Of course, they were flexing on yachts in the 2021 bull market, right, acting like they were on top of the world, but they essentially went completely insolvent and lost billions of dollars. They went to Bali again. Bali I call Scam Island. Bali has no extradition clause with the United States, so Suzu and Kyle Davies went to Bali in the bear market. And Bali is a freak show, if you guys didn't know. It's got some really weird stuff going on, and a lot of people are completely lost over there. But anyways, they basically went undercover after they lost billions of dollars of other people's money in 2021. And then they decided to launch a crypto exchange called OX.fun, or 0x, or OX, whatever. And they launched this, I believe, in the bear market in 2023. After I guess they thought the coast was clear from their major scam in 2021. Anyways, so several former employees are reporting that the OX Fun HQ exchange is officially insolvent. After a mass exodus of funds, their remaining withdrawal liquidity sat at approximately $180,000 as of 11 p.m. UTC today, as they were tri-aging funds. More details to come soon. And Bad English T, big Tau whale, consistent Tau supporter. I mean, he's a big Tau whale. He says a scam meme coin exchange run by scammers is going down. Shocked. The crazy part is crypto exchanges are insanely profitable businesses. They couldn't even run profitably during a bull market. Yeah, can't make it up. Let's see if there's any updates in regards to this. I mean, look, if you guys were using the 0x exchange founded by Suzu and Kyle Davies, two known complete extractors and complete scam artists from the 2021 cycle, I mean, if you used that exchange and you had money on it, did you really think it was like going to work out? Did you think it would? I hope nobody watching this used this exchange or was using it, but surprise, surprise, it's going down. And yeah, it looks like there was some extortion going on. I don't know. It runs deep. It's ugly. And it really all ties back to, I mean, the exchanges are bigger criminals, actually. The exchanges are the biggest criminals in the market, even more so than Kelsey and you know, Raydium and Jupiter on Solana. I mean, those are major breaches of law, but the exchanges themselves are the actual orchestrators of the market. So anyways, yeah, we talked about this already, a little bit of a satire joke with the CIA firing a lot of people. What's going to happen to all the crypto Twitter accounts? They're just going to disappear, I guess. And as if it couldn't get any worse, guys, we do have one more current event to cover right now before we get back into altcoins. But the last one I want to cover is just from a few hours ago from this Twitter account Leading Report. They say, breaking news: the Biden administration and U.S. Marshal Service cannot account for billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin, leading to speculation that it has been stolen. So billions of dollars of Bitcoin owned by the U.S. government cannot be accounted for. What happened? And yeah, this guy says, isn't that sort of the reason for the blockchain, so you can track it on a public ledger? Yeah. The story continues to write itself. Top-down collusion. It goes further up than you can imagine. And yeah, we'll see. Like I said in my video that I made the other day about, you know, the Libra scam launch, it's going to take some time for this to blow over. I don't think anyone should be expecting a bullish reversal tomorrow. I mean, obviously anything is possible, but trust is completely destroyed from the general public in crypto. In 2017, the Ethereum ICO boom happened and crypto looked like a total joke, right? 2021 came around, you had some legit companies like Tesla allowing Bitcoin payments for a short moment of time. Obviously MicroStrategy's been adding billions of dollars of Bitcoin to its balance sheet. Now you have BlackRock launching their ETF, and BlackRock spent a lot of money marketing their ETF because they make money no matter what on fees. But now all the trust is being completely destroyed again, and the general public has zero trust in crypto. Being that BlackRock has essentially bought up the infrastructure of crypto, especially Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining, they're going to want to build that trust back up because they do make money no matter what on fees for both the Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs they own. So I think they are going to push hard to build trust again, but that takes time to build. And right now it's just been completely destroyed. So again, I'm not really too bullish at the current moment in time for a major macro bullish reversal. It's likely going to take some time for this to blow over. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, maybe more. But I mean, like this upcoming week, not really expecting too much good stuff. Also with this upcoming week, the Ethereum Denver conference is happening. Now, if you guys have been watching my channel for a long time, you should have seen my video last, I think it was May, June, the last Bitcoin conference. I talked about the Bitcoin conference curse, how every time there's a Bitcoin conference, the market just tanks. And there is a similar phenomenon with the Ethereum conference every year in Denver. Typically, when the Ethereum conference happens, the markets are not very bullish. And that starts tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, it's conference week for Ethereum Denver. House of Cards getting exposed. I wouldn't necessarily be looking for a macro bullish reversal this upcoming week, but hey, we'll see what happens in the charts and we'll continue to monitor everything play by play. But as of right now, again, we have Tether dominance now above 4.61%. So yeah, that is essentially a pretty strong signal. Of course, it needs to close above, right? We've seen it wick above like over a dozen times in the past 2 weeks. But yeah, when this goes up, it's a pretty strong sign of weakness for the general market. The market right now, again, I wouldn't expect a bullish reversal tomorrow. Joel Watson says he feels very bullish. Why is that, Joel? I'm curious. Why do you feel very bullish? Let's see. LC says, I thought it was the gold that is missing. So that's another thing, of course. That's the Fort Knox audit that Elon has proposed, essentially to go check out if Fort Knox is still holding the United States gold reserve supply. This is different than Bitcoin. I wouldn't be surprised if they stole the gold either. Complete crooks. But hey, for the people, right? They work for us, the government. Wink, wink. Come on now. Anyways. Bitcoin halving. Good to see you, man. You were right. Full credit to you. Good to see you, my friend. Let's see. Epsteiny Tarantino. He says we're all Lieutenant Dan on his boat in a crypto hurricane. Yeah, basically. If you guys remember Lieutenant Dan from the big Florida hurricane. What else is going on here? We got people asking about ski mask dog price prediction. So let's go look at ski. We'll talk about some altcoins now, guys. Pretty violent bounce on ski. To go ahead and put in a nice bounce here, right? From 42 million market cap. Put in a 100% move, 101%. It's currently up 75%. Again, this is still a very clear downtrend. Okay, so if you're bullish after this bounce, there's no reason to be bullish until the previous swing high is reclaimed. The previous swing high is up here at 110 million market cap. That hasn't been reclaimed. All right, as of right now, this is just another lower high in this very clear downtrend of lower highs and lower lows and lower highs and lower lows and lower highs and lower lows. Now, yeah, pretty big level over here at 30 million market cap. Also another support down here at around 16 million market cap. So yeah, I do see it going lower from here. I don't think that this is going to be like the big reversal just yet. And in terms of a price prediction and things of that nature, the base chain is interesting, right? Because I think there's a decent chance, now that Trump is in the White House, that base launches a token because they have regulatory clarity now. And, it's going to be interesting what happens if they do end up launching a token, because that will cause a major house money effect on the chain, right? A lot of people will get the base airdrop. I expect to get a lot of base tokens if they do an airdrop, right? A lot. So it's going to be a major kind of stimulus injection to the base ecosystem if that happens. And it's likely going to lead to a lot of speculation and gambling on base meme coins. So if that's the case, I wouldn't be surprised to see something like Ski make a new all-time high. You got coins like Brett currently at 300 million or 400 million. This topped out at 350 million. So we know it's possible for these meme coins to reach high levels. Toshi topped out at 900 million. We know it's possible for these base meme coins to go higher. So there is a chance, of course, it does make a new all-time high later. As of right now, the main focus for Ski Mask Dog should be waiting for a powerful reversal level to buy, and it hasn't touched one yet, all right? So likely downtrend continuation for the time being. Let me see. People asking about render. So let's pull up render here, and render, good AI coin, no doubt about that. Of course, I think Tau is better and will do better, but render is still at the top of the list. Anyways, here's the render chart on the daily time frame, and they did do a token migration, so unfortunately this doesn't go back to bear market prices. This only goes back to 2024. I got to see the big picture. I want to see the big picture here on render and see the prices from all the way back then. Here we go. The Binance chart has it all for us. Very nice. All right, so starting out on the weekly. So on the weekly time frame, well, you have the very clear golden arches M pattern, right? The McDonald's, an M pattern or a double top. If I had to guess, probably an 88.6. This was obviously weeks ago when the market crashed in December. So yeah, that was a 78.6. I remember I caught a really sweet short on render in 2023, also just shorting the 78.6 fib. But anyways, back down to base critical support. All right, this has essentially been rock solid support for render going back to the start of 2024 and late 2023. Now, obviously it's not looking too hot right now. It's filling the wick from the crash that happened at the start of February. We definitely have to mark this out. We can definitely refine this level and dig into it further from 270 down to 211. But for now, we're going to use this kind of broad 3-day level. So, yeah, render dropping right now. We'll see how things line up. If we do end up, it's more of an if this then that scenario. If this thing spikes up, stablecoin dominance spikes up to 5%, altcoins are going to get smoked again. Okay? So if altcoins end up getting smoked again, there's a pretty good chance this ends up fully filling the wick and coming down to sub $3. Okay? I wouldn't be surprised to see it tap the level that I just drew at 270 if we're going to get that big spike up. Now, if this ends up rejecting again, that's USDT dominance, of course, we could potentially see this react off of either the golden pocket which is going to be right at 375, coincidentally enough, right at that level, or maybe 360. And it will continue to just kind of hold this current range it's in. It really is going to depend on confluence with the majors, but render right now, as well as the overall market, it's looking very weak, okay? And it's not bullish at all. It's just not bullish at all, okay? So don't like hope for a crazy pump or something, because newsflash, that's not going to happen right now. In order for it to flip bullish, just like all the other charts I've been talking about now for like the past 2 weeks, it would need to reclaim the previous swing high. And that's at $6.20. The current price is $3.99. All right, so even if it is going to pump up here, unless it can close above it on the daily, it's likely going to lead to a rejection and more range-bound choppy price action. Weak. Keep your eyes on the majors. Look for confluence. But as of right now, in this range, it's really no trade. All right, the best thing to do is just wait for a spike of volatility, and then whichever direction, look for the powerful reversal level. Your bullish reversal level on render is down here at 270. Let's see. John Lagna says, do you think Solana holders should just get out of that coin at this point with all the negative meme coin news, as well as the unlock coming up this week? So real quick, let's pull up the Sol ETH chart. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter at CCellCrypto. But last week I posted this Sol ETH chart. I said the race to the bottom visualized, essentially indicating that, you know, Solana is going to start underperforming Ethereum, and Ethereum will take the lead here. Well, here on the weekly, we are seeing that play out. Okay, this is continuing to drop. You know, the weekly time frame had the triple top, had the weekly bearish divergence. And at the time of the tweet last week, it was at 0.7. So one Solana would get you 0.7 ETH. Currently, one Solana gets you 0.58 ETH. Look, this is likely going to at least come down to base support, which is still another 50% lower. So the question, should you get out of Solana? I don't think it's a bad idea to reallocate a decent percentage of it, like a lot of it, to ETH, because, you know, ETH is going to be much more, not less volatile, but less weak. Solana is going to underperform ETH, in my opinion, going forward from here. So, yeah, to answer your question, John Lagna, sorry for mispronouncing your name, should you get out of Solana? Ethereum, for sure, at the current moment in time, is a better hold. Look at the charts. The charts are signaling that it's topped out. So, at least respective to both Ethereum, which we're looking at now, as well as Bitcoin, right? Looking at Sol BTC. You guys know that song "Free Fallin'" by Tom Petty? I'm free fallin'. Yeah, it's free fallin'. See at the bottom, race to the bottom. It's not looking good. Yeah, I wouldn't want to hold Sol over Bitcoin or ETH right now. Crypto art. What do I think about UFD and Ron? So we know Ron is staying active, right? He's continuing to do his live streams. I do believe the Wintermute market maker got involved. Wintermute also got involved in other projects like Griffane. So maybe it wasn't Ron. Maybe he signed off or something like that to some big firm, maybe Kelsier. I don't know. All speculation. All I know is everything on Solana right now is just like not safe at all. The whole chain turned out to be one gigantic scam psyop plant. So what do I think about UFD right now? It's a bleak picture, just like every other coin on Solana. I mean, you got the biggest projects like Raydium in a burning dumpster fire. How's Jupiter doing? It's down at this base critical support level. that's held all cycle, but is it going to continue to hold? We'll see, being that Jupiter was complicit with Kelsier Ventures, like literally tied directly to all their scams. Is it going to hold support? I'll be damned if it does. So yeah, as UFD is a high beta asset to Solana, right? It's much riskier than Solana. It's much riskier than the infrastructure coins like Jupiter and Raydium. It's a pretty bleak picture. So it's in a straight consolidation right now. It looks like it's found a range. It obviously has found a range. The most bullish outcome at this point in time would be that it just holds this range and it doesn't make any lower lows and break the range low. And the range low right now on UFD is down here at like a 30 million market cap. So that's the most bullish scenario, that it ends up holding 30 million. It's going to have to be range bound until essentially the stars line up and we see the drop on stablecoin dominance, we see the drop on Bitcoin dominance, et cetera, et cetera. Can't even speak right now, et cetera, et cetera. It's not looking good for UFD. It ain't looking good, lads. And smash up that like button, like Cryptomaniac says. We got 270 people here and less than 100 likes. That's weak. Smash that like button. Mikhail Nielsen, Gecko still good. So any agent on virtuals is going to be directly tied to the virtuals price action. The virtuals price action looks completely cooked. So to answer your question about Gecko, probably not, no. The main asset in the entire ecosystem that's been propping everything up, the virtuals token, continues to break support after support after support. Don't forget, this thing ran from 1.5 cents. I mean, really, it ran from 2 cents, 3 cents to an all-time high of $5.25. That was a 200x in less than 4 months. Yeah, this thing's coming down. It already broke market structure. That's a very strong sign of weakness, breaking down below 125. The next levels are going to be down here at 50 cents, 57 cents really. So I don't really see any virtuals agent doing well with virtuals protocol, the virtual token itself crashing so hard. It's all tied together. This is the main coin in the virtuals ecosystem. And it looks very bleak. Okay, so unless it can break out and it can start to reclaim some levels, of course, the range high at 150 would be a start. And the previous swing high from January 31st is at 250. That's a 100% move to reclaim. This thing's still holding on to what, $1 billion market cap. Okay, $737 million market cap. It ain't looking good. It ain't looking good. All right, let's see what else is going on here, though. Stock market going down, someone says. Yes, sir. Stocks had the worst day in 2025. About $1 trillion was wiped out on Friday. Crypto Lexi says, after listening tonight, I better start taking an antidepressant. Yeah, situation is pretty bleak right now. There's no doubt about that. But the crazy thing is, ultimately, I do still think we trade higher this year. But for the time being, yeah, it's going to take some time for this to blow over. But that's funny. All right, any good questions here? You think maybe because the FTX payout? Look, specific dates like the FTX payout, those are coordinated by whales. So it's just that's one little piece of the puzzle. That's not the main reason for anything, no. Vincent P says, hey Connor, just looked you up on X. Many accounts show up with Connor Crypto Empire, all legit. No sir, there is only one Connor Crypto Empire. A lot of people, I guess, like to LARP and pretend to be me, but there's only one me. It's at CCell Crypto. Okay, but just like there's only one me on YouTube, there's only one of me on Telegram, and there's only one of me on Discord. But there's a lot of people that like to pretend to be me. Those are not me. There's only one of me. Okay, and I will never message you first. I will never message you with some random thing for like trading education. I won't randomly message you asking how your trading is going. Those are all scammers pretending to be me. So please be very careful. All right. I will never message you first. There's only one of me. And if you're getting a DM from me or something that looks like it's my account, double check, because there's a 100% chance that it's not my account and it's someone impersonating me. So please stay safe out there. Joey Joe says, I don't have a clone. No, I don't have a clone. Check Sol. So Sol has now broken. So it has tested daily demand now. And this was the low from election day, as you can see, from the 4th of November. And this level could be refined, but, you know, a very strong daily demand zone. Could this provide a bounce? I doubt it, being that a powerful reversal level was over here at around 165. Okay, this just got breached through. This thing is likely to continue to sink right now. And again, the range low is all the way down here. So it doesn't look great. And let's see, stablecoin dominance starting to percolate up a bit. If this wants to spike, you're going to see Solana at 120. You're going to see Bitcoin at 89K. But it is in spike mode, being that it's above 4.61% currently. So if it wants to spike, it could spike. Just a bleak time in general. People asking about Near protocol. I'll take a look at Near real quick, but it's the same as every other coin we're looking at. You know, on the weekly, I already have this massive cup and handle drawn. And as you can see, it's actually still somewhat respecting the cup and handle on the weekly, being that it has not yet breached below the bottom of the handle trend line, as you can see here. Right, this is a long standing, this is essentially a bull flag pattern, right? You have the flag in, or sorry, you got the flag pull in, and then you flag, and ideally it does lead to a breakout. Are we reading this wrong though? Are we reading this wrong with a triple top that may have formed over here, right? 1, 2, 3 touches over here near $8, 8.25. And as you can see now, market structure has been broken. Okay, this is a bearish, this is a sign of weakness with the market breaking this bullish structure, losing support over here. This is the weekly time frame, and it closed below. It actually didn't close below the wick, but it closed below the bodies. But still a bearish break in market structure. There is no bullish divergence. It looks weak, okay? So in order for this to flip bullish, what would need to happen? It would need to reclaim, just like every other chart we've looked at, it would need to reclaim the previous swing high. It has not done that. Okay, if it was to reclaim the previous swing high, the game plan would be to look for the dip, buy the dip, and then look to trade it higher, of course. But it does look like it is likely to potentially fill the wick from February 2nd. And back to the weekly. We definitely have to mark this out. It's already been touched, as we can see. But yeah, potentially seeing near closer to $2 if we're going to get that decline. But it looks weak. No reason to be bullish. And there is a important level over here near 250, just below current price, that price is likely to make its way into, if not potentially lower. Because, we should also mark this. Levels could definitely be refined. I'm on the weekly, but I trust my eyes. I trust my analysis because I've back-tested my analysis, and I know I pick the correct key levels the large percentage of the time. So yeah, I trust my levels. And I would look for these levels for powerful bullish reversals to ensue. But for the time being, we're range bound. Market looks weak, and that's it. Morris 999, he says, wait till the Ye scam Sol gonna be $90. So yeah, Kanye West right now talking about it looks like he sold his Twitter account for like 20 million bucks, and some crypto marketing agency is now scheming to launch some type of meme coin and posted on Kanye's Twitter account that they bought from him. Again, stay away from it. But yeah, if that were to happen, it would be another mass value extraction event, and yeah, it would just continue to add to the burning dumpster fire that is Solana. Take another look at Solana. Again, this level over here at 165, like, this was a powerful reversal zone. It provided a bounce, but that bounce was a weak bounce. It was basically a dead cat bounce. And then we've now seen price breach through that support level, currently now in this daily demand zone. It is reacting from it, but this is a very strong downtrend right now. Okay, this reversal level at 165, a little bounce. You could have scalp longed it, but it's weak. Okay, so as of right now, again, potentially we're going to see some of these majors spike up, and that inverse correlation would cause a spike down in coins like Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin, every altcoin. And if that were to happen, we are likely going to see Solana down here at these prices, like $130. This zone from 130 to 118, you should have this level marked and set alerts. This is likely going to provide minimum a really nice bounce, like over at least 20-25%, I would say, from down here. You can look to trade it or buy it, whatever you want. But at this point in time, I would wait for minimum $130 on Solana to do anything. Of course, you can short it on its way down, but you're kind of late at this point in time, being that the impulse has kind of already started. So yeah, that's Solana currently. It doesn't look good. No Bitcoin prediction on 150. Not sure what you mean by that. Crushing Observation says, buy the fear. Hey, if you want to buy Sol, be my guest. With the way that Sol ETH looks, with the way that Sol BTC looks, if you want to buy this thing, be my guest. But yeah, this is toppy. It's toppy. Let's see. VW Mada, I'll call you. He says, bro, I was one of the first in the community here, and from Dan. Just want to say awesome collab. Did not saw that one coming. Hey, appreciate that, bro. Glad you enjoyed it. Why would you not buy the fear right now? I've given many reasons, but essentially the trend is your friend, and it's down. And I think there are good buys out there, right? For example, I watch KeyCat like a hawk. Okay, and KeyCat right now is in a very important level because if it is to lose this level, you know, it's likely going to come down to like 15 million to 10 million market cap, which would be like the bottom. So yeah, I talked about, what did I talk about on base before? I looked at one meme. Man, I talked about so many coins already today, but whatever base meme coin I talked about before, I kind of went over the base chain in general, and a base coin airdrop would lead to a house money effect, which is likely going to propel many of these established memes to new heights. But yeah, there are some buys right now, and you know, it's really important to get very selective, because as we've seen with altcoins, if you're not selective, there's a good chance you're going to end up holding a lot of losers, right? This has been a very niche cycle. Very niche coins outperform while the majority underperform. But anyways, I think KeyCat is a good base meme. If you guys were wondering, you know, it's largely asset dependent on buying the fear. Something like Solana, no, I don't want to buy that fear. Okay, but if something else that I'm bullish on is going to sell off because of the general fear in the market into one of my levels, yes, of course it would make sense to buy. But yeah, that's my response to that. T says Dog and Me is a good one. I agree. Dog and Me is another base meme coin that whenever I make a base video, I usually bring up the same coins, not because I'm paid to talk about them, because those are the actual ones that I like. And Dog and Me, I talk about in basically every single one of my base videos. I haven't even talked to that team. But I agree with you. I think it's a good meme. Anyways, guys, smash up that like button. We haven't even hit 100 likes for the stream right now. But it is time to wrap this one up, everyone. All right, so someone says CBNB. Real quick, let's check BNB. What's it doing? Stable as a rock. Okay, so BNB, CZ likely to continue to hold BNB's value. CZ is a beast. Anyways, guys, thank you all for being here tonight. We talked a lot about many different subjects, and I hope you guys got some value from it. I was able to go over a lot of things I wanted to cover and a lot of current events in crypto. It's a really wild time. The Solana house of cards, the collusion runs to the tippity top, and now that it's all being exposed, Solana is essentially on fire, and it looks like it is, you know, burning down pretty hard. So yeah, not too bullish on Solana ecosystem projects. Again, you don't know what's tied to Kelsier. Everything that Kelsier touched turned out to be a massive value extraction scheme. I would not listen to anyone who had any ties with Kelsier. Okay, so there's some big people like on their influencer page. You know, those guys would always make meme coin trading videos, and they would give guides on how to find the best meme coins. But of course, they were just complicit in the scam. So yeah, crazy stuff. Really, really, really crazy stuff. Stay safe out there. But I'll be live again tomorrow, guys. So if you're not subscribed to the channel and you want to see the next videos, the next live streams, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this live stream and you haven't hit the like button yet, hit the like button. Other than that, that's all from me tonight, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, even though in 2 minutes Monday starts. So have a good week, everyone. I'll see you on Monday, and have a great night. Connor from Crypto Empire signing out.